Hi guys, I'm so excited that we are finally able to start doing a little bit of painting. So we are going to start our watercolor unit with just covering some color theory. And color theory is just studying the way colors work together. So to begin, we're going to create paint swatches of all the colors of paint in your watercolor palette. And we're going to do gradients. So gradient is a transition from one thing to another. We'll do value gradients first, that's what we're doing here, but we'll also look at color gradients later, so transitioning from one color to another color. So this is a value gradient from the darkest red that I can create to the lightest red that I can create. And I'm going to do that with every color on my palette. We do all, some people have slightly different palettes, so I'm asking you to do a minimum of 6 colors if you have one of the larger palettes. What I'm going to do to start is I'm starting with a clean brush, and I'm going to do orange next, so I'm going to do mine in rainbow order. You don't have to do rainbow order. And I'm just going to take water and get this color wet. And then I kind of want a pretty good amount on my brush. Okay, so I just have just pure orange on my brush. I'd say it's about 50-50 as far as paint and water goes. And I'm going to start on the same side that I did my red with just that pure orange. I'm going to paint about an inch. And then all I'm going to do here, I'm not coming back to my paint palette again. I'm going to, I'm going to dip my brush in my water. And I'm going to tap it on the side of my cup just to get rid of a little bit of that water. And then I'm going to start to pull the color out from where I started. And I'm dipping again, tap on the side of my cup. So I don't want a huge puddle of water here, but I'm not going back to my paint. And the reason I'm doing this is as I add more water to my paint, the value becomes lighter, and it's going to slowly and gradually transition from the most saturated orange that I can make to the lightest orange that I can make. You do want to try to do this all in one shot. So you can work with watercolor that's dry, but it's going to make your life a little bit more difficult. It will be easier if you can do this all at once while the watercolor is still wet. So you can see as I get more water on my brush and less paint, the color is starting to get lighter. And now I'm actually going to kind of clean my brush off. And I'm just going to pull, because I've got a little puddle of water there, I'm just going to pull this water out to the edge. And now I have a gradient. So gradient is a gradual transition from the brightest orange that I can make to the lightest orange that I can make. I'm going to do the rest of the colors in my palette, but I'm going to do a time lapse for the rest of them. But that's the idea. So minimum of 6 colors. If you have time to do all your colors, I think it'll be good because it'll help you understand what your colors are doing. But at least 6.